That scared the shit out of me. Very rarely does a skate park receive less than 4 stars. As you can tell from the screen recording I have here on the left, but then we ran into one with 1.6 stars and 21 reviews. So what the balls, scrotum, is going on? I paid for a year membership for this park strictly because it was a pay park. I'm glad they made it free for the younger generation, but they failed to respond with the number of attempts. Greedy City, making people pay to skate this is a complete joke. Tried to make us pay $5 to get in, and the bowl that's on the sign in the front doesn't even exist. Looks like it's never been skated, and for good reason. It's free? Yeah. Nice, okay, that's what I figured was gonna happen. I don't want to ruin anything. Oh, no, it's a build up and it's a whole storyline. I appreciate that. If you really want to piss off some skateboarders, charge them to skate a skate park outdoor. And if you're going to charge, it better be the most immaculate park in the world. But luckily now it's free. So I guess all those negative comments actually worked. But with such bad publicity at this point, can the reputation ever be rekindled? Also, this video is sponsored by Squarespace, the best website for building websites. More on that later. Going good.
You're free to skate. I just want to go over the rules with you.
Okay.
You got to keep your shirt on, no smoking, no alcoholic beverages.
Okay, this is
let
awesome.
Me know if you need anything. I have some water. I can bring out ice water. If you need wax, we got wax.
There used to be like a cost to get in, yeah? I guess they took that off?
So it was from the city. So this is technically a private facility. This is a rec center.
Gotcha.
First
that makes
opened,
sense.
They implemented it. But my boss and I had been trying to work with them to get the park for free.
Okay.
Just didn't really want to nickel and dime people.
It's a relatively small park, which I love. First off, you have this bowl here that just looks perfect. It's the perfect size, which means it's about 1 foot too tall for me. Yay, my mic got unplugged during this part. Right here, you have a DIY quarter pipe aesthetic. On that same bank, you have a bump to ledge, but the bump itself is pretty steep and not long, so it's more like a quarter pipe. From there, it goes into the handrail section and the hubba, which I prefer because they're both so short, a little long, which is fun. And then there's a small 3-stair with also a hubba down it. But then you have the bump to rail. I don't know why it's so short in length. And then at the bottom, you have the flat rail, which is also short in length, and the manual pad, which looks fun. And on the back wall at the very end, you have the quarter pipe section. I especially like the one that's 1.5 feet tall. So before even skating the park, what would I rank it by aesthetics alone? Honestly, if we're giving it 5 stars, I probably would give it like a 3 if I'm being generous. There are so many unbelievably good, massive outdoor skate parks in Texas. This one I think is close to Garland Park, which is the second biggest skate park in all of Texas, and it's built so perfectly. I'll see how it feels once I start skating it, but realistically, paying to skate this would be... It's not so much the park that feels a little off. It's me. I haven't been skating as much, and I'm having trouble sort of mind connecting with my board. There's a slight delay, but there are a few obstacles that are definitely my favorites. So I'm gonna create a list of tricks I wanna do on each one, and we're gonna spend the rest of the time trying to knock those out one by one, just to prove to myself that I can still skate. But before we get into that mission, a quick word from our sponsor, Squarespace. There is no other website builder that makes it easier to build websites than Squarespace. They have award-winning templates you can choose from. They also now have an AI system where you can just plug in the type of sections you want, like an About Me section, a Shop section, and they'll just fill it in for you, and it looks amazing the way they set it up without you having to know anything about design. They also work with a third party now called Printful, where they can fulfill all orders that you want to ship out. It's all print on demand. So if you have any designs that you've made that you want to put on t-shirts, they'll handle all that for you. They'll even send you pictures of models wearing your merchandise. The other thing I want to talk about is email campaigns. It's the best way to engage with your audience. So if you're trying to build a creative platform, a creative job, my biggest recommendation would be build a community through email campaigns because they get your notifications no matter what. The last thing I want to talk about is courses. If you have a special skill set that you want to sell, a lot of people nowadays are selling courses. It's an amazing way to also build an audience of people that you help, to start building the testimonials of people who need what you're selling, and you can do that all through Squarespace without having to pay for other websites to host your videos. You can just do it all at one place. If you want to check it out, click the link in the description down below to get 10% off your first purchase or domain, or just type squarespace.com/John Hill to get that same discount. Thank you so much, and let's get into these tricks. I wrote down a list of 20 tricks. Let's try to do the hub of tricks first. I'm gonna start off with the one that I'm probably the most scared of, kickflip front 50, just to get it out the way. Oh, dude, I just gotta commit. Dude, sketch. We got the scariest one out the way, but it doesn't mean we got the easiest one out the way. 19 more, let's get into it. We've made it through these 6 hubba tricks. We're gonna move on to the rail. There's 7 of these. There's one more handrail trick to do I forgot to do, but I'm gonna skate the bump to rail at the same time, just so I can sort of split my attention, because I'm a little scared of a few of these tricks, and that sort of helps me do more tricks when I'm kind of alternating. I don't know why. First try, yay. 18 tricks down. Not sure why I saved the last 2 techiest ones for the end when I'm the most tired, but they're 2 manual tricks. Don't worry, I won't show the process, but I will show me landing them, because I will. After skating the skate park, what would I rate it? About the same. It's actually exactly like I thought it would be. Super fun if it's close by you. Thank goodness you don't have to pay anymore. That means anyone who lives by here should absolutely skate it, and probably give it a higher rating, because the absolute best part of this place are the employees. I'm the only one out here, and they brought me an iced jug of water with infinite refills. Oh my gosh. So good. So why is it such a big deal to charge $5 anyways? Well, the skate park is actually part of a recreation center around here. Everything else around here costs money. So they thought, well, we might as well charge for the skate park as well. But of course, if you have access to the best skate parks in the world for free, why would anyone pay to skate any park at all? Recreation centers are meant more for adults who are willing to pay, or for kids who are part of clubs who are willing to pay, but skate parks themselves are still typically reserved for kids who go off on their own to pay, and kids just don't have money like that. But unfortunately, what you get is an industry where the consumers don't want to spend much money. They want to get free skateboards as well, free shoes, and they do everything they can to get things as cheap as possible, which means not that much money goes back into the industry, which means sponsored skaters aren't going to make as much money, which means it's not really a viable career path for a lot of people, even at the highest level, unless luck. And for as mainstream and accepted as people think skateboarding is, I still have parents coming up to me saying, should I get my kid into skating, or is that world still full of paraphernalia and alcohol at the skate park and getting into partying and drugs at a young age? And all I can really say is, I don't think so, but I do know so many skateboarders that make incredible role models. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, you'll definitely enjoy my last one. I'll include the address in the description down below. Check it out if you live anywhere near Mesquite, Texas. Take care, progress daily, and keep killing it.